Good afternoon, traders. It is 3:59. This should be a live trade video. It is live right now, and the market is about to close. And I'm going to look for an after hours gainer and see if we can get a trade on it. And in about 30 seconds or so, this should refresh. It doesn't always, so that's kind of the question. I have my laptop open. You can't see that obviously, but I have my laptop open right next to me, and I have the exact same list up, and for whatever reason sometimes one of them refreshes before the other, and sometimes it's by minutes, like 5 to 10 15 minutes for whatever reason, and I've refreshed Webull and closed it and reopened it, things like that. It doesn't seem to always work. And I always restart my computer before every trade session, so this is a fresh restart. So here it is, 4 o'clock. I'm looking, you guys can only see my desktop, but there we go. The desktop, this time the desktop updated and the laptop hasn't. It looks like the laptop just updated as well, but with different stocks, of course. So let me just go over to the laptop as well. You can't see that. Yeah, so that's completely different stock. So that's the weirdness of Webull for you. And some of them are much higher volume. Let's see here, just looking for anything in my price range with volume. That's also a low float. If I don't get something like within the first few minutes of the aftermarket, I generally walk away. So let's see here. Sorry you guys can't see my laptop because that's kind of what I'm using right now to look for possibilities. Sometimes I like to just go back to this, even though I can't see volume, just to see which ones are making the most gains. So on my laptop, I have GVO with 1.12%, even though right here, SCLA. So now we have SGLB that just popped up on my laptop, SGLB. Let's throw that on the list. There it is, finally here as well. I just would like to see the float size before I consider taking a trade on that. Nice float. I might take a trade right here if it breaks that 345 level, and then my stop would be there. Well, it just did. Let's see if I can get over to the trade screen real quick. Hopefully it doesn't dump on me while I'm switching here. I'm going to take half out there. Good. Okay. So just because I'm kind of disoriented right now, I can see what's going on here on the 5-minute chart. I'm trying to get my 1-minute chart together. I have to get out if it comes back down to my entry. Just reset this chart here. Okay, this is looking pretty good. You probably hear the anxiety in my voice, the flutter. That was a little crazy. I probably should have stayed on the watch list screen, but this is kind of something new for me, trying to trade like this. That's about a 20-cent gain. I'm just going to take another share off. I should be holding to 2R for sure because my data tells me that I should, but you could see that this whole entry was like a little bit shaky because I kind of got in on the spur of the moment when, let's see if it drops to the bottom of this candle. I might get out because that's a sign of weakness. 349, so if it hits, yep, got to get out. 348. Okay, so I got out 346 there, the last two shares. But that's a nice quick little scalp. There's a lot of volume came in there. Kind of debating on whether I want to go back in, but I don't know. It's pretty sketchy now. It's really extended, almost $1. This thing could go. I mean, EVK did the same thing yesterday. What's the range on this candle? It's like a 10-cent range. So this thing hits 368, I might get back in. See, the spread is pretty big right now, though. I don't like that. Yeah, it's probably gonna go, but that spread scares me. See? That's exactly why. This thing is going to chop around like crazy. So unfortunately, that candle came down and knocked me out. Otherwise, I would still be in this. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Maybe when I get a little bit better at this, I might, you know, hold on to one share till it drops below my entry, just in case this thing runs away like this, because you know, definitely leaving some money on the table doing that. But I mean, it still came away green on this trade. Let me see, that's Sglb. This is because the DG stock sold off big time today. So let's see what we did on our actual day trading today. So 43 cents on that trade, which is good because I bet you that was like a $20 trade. Let's see. That means that that's about a 2% return. Anytime I can break 1%, I'm happy. Of course, I would have loved to have been in for the rest of this run, but still a decent trade. And again, I got to work on trading off the watch list like I did, because that was a little sketchy. I was afraid by the time this page loaded that it was going to come back down and tap my entry, so that was not very comfortable. All right, so let's see. Let me just calculate that really quick. 6 shares at 345. So that's $20.07, and I made what, 43 cents on it, I think. Look at the exits, are pretty nice. The first exit was a 10-cent gain, and then the next one was what is that? 17 cents. And then when it came back down, I got out, and luckily it was still like 1 cent above my entry. So I'm not sure if it ever really came all the way down to my entry, so that may have been, you know, my fault. But for getting out where I did, let me see something here. Was it? I think it was the break of that first candle, so 346. Yeah, so I mean, it pretty much came back down to my entry. It was on this candle. Yeah, 346. So I think I did, you know, that's my plan. You know, whether that's the right thing to do or not, that's debatable, but that was my plan. So that part is good. So real quick, just the, so 43 cents. So that's just about like a 2.07 return on investment. So that's good. And I thought I had my spreadsheet up a second ago. Let me open that up, because now I think I'm going to be green on the day. Let's see, put in the, I don't think I have the formula over here. Yeah, it looks like I do, because I just saw still green, still red on the week because of some crappy trading I did. And yeah, that definitely changed. $1.59, I believe. Let me just double check that that's maybe not. Let's see. AF 8. No, that's not in there yet. Oh yeah, there it is right there. AF 8. Okay, so $1.59 for today, which is not bad, because the only trade that didn't do well was so this is going to be a green trade. I just have not got to put in all the data yet, but that'll be a green trade. And the only trade that didn't really do anything for me other than, you know, spend one of my trades, which is fine, was I got back in on EVK in the pre-market, and it broke even. So basically 3 winners and 1 break even for today, and I'll probably not trade anything else. I mean, the other entry that I like is like right here, but the spread is too crazy. And then the range of this candle, so that I already missed the entry, but that would have been another option for an entry. We can just watch it for a second just to see what would have happened. Pretty wide range candle there. I don't really like that, because if you get stopped out, you know, you're giving back all your gains. I prefer it to be under 10 cents. And that one's like, what, 13 cents? So that's a pretty big stop. And to get 2R, the price would have to go 26 cents above it, which it might. I mean, this thing moved. This is a really strong pattern here, and this is a nice pullback that it's a little shallow, so it might do a little fake out here and come back down and then do another run to the top, but you don't know. You never know with these things. They just do whatever they want, whether the pattern makes sense or not. But the patterns do work out more often than they don't, and that's because everybody knows them and everybody takes kind of the same trades. So, yeah, so you guys can check that out, see what happens. Looks like this thing went up. This is like a nice little 10-cent move, but looks like it's starting to come back down. I'm not sure. But anyway, the spread, you know, right now it's kind of choppy. It's 2 or 3 cents, I don't mind, but when it jumps up to like 10 cents, that scares me. Just trying to see how much. Definitely still a lot of volume in this thing. But look at it coming back down now. I think I would have been stopped out here on my entry if I would have gotten in there, because I would have gotten in at 368 if I got a perfect fill. And then this thing went to 375, so that wasn't a lot of that wasn't a very big gain, and then it came right back down below the entry, so I would have been stopped out there. So didn't really miss out on anything there. All right, guys, so hopefully you got something out of this, and hopefully you guys traded well today and traded your plan, win or lose. And I will see you tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions about this trade or any others that I post. Take care.